Hello, welcome to Project Cars 2 with Mystex24. We are today running car number 25 on the Bathurst TT A to Z, which is the brand of car A to Z. So we started with, what was it, Acura, I believe, and we're working our way down. We're on the Bs now. The first B car, which is, well, not first B car, but first BMW, which is the BMW 1 Series M Coupe. This car is a lot of fun. Rear-wheel drive, decent amount of power. Okay, so we'll go take a look at my setup that I've got here. Are they running softs? Okay. We've got automatic by weather on the tires here. Let's see, your tire pressure is at 28.43 on the front, 27.56 on the rear. I am running 100% brake pressure. Brake balance is 63 to the front, 37 to the rear. So like usual, I put the brake bias more towards the front to try to keep the car a bit more steady on the downhill, since the rear is going to be loose braking downhill. Let's see here. You can't adjust the ride height on this car, can you? We've got front spring rate at 63 and rear at 124. I think I may have moved the front down a bit and the rear maybe up a bit. I'm not sure what the defaults were. It's been a bit since I've driven it in the default, actually. But it's set up for oversteer with the front being much softer than the rear. I don't think I've touched anything else here. We've got -2 degrees toe in the front. Have not touched the roll bars. That should be all default, I believe, the rest of it. Dampers here, we've touched this a bit. Bump stop front and rear are down to 24 millimeters. I'm not sure if I've changed the slow bump and slow rebound or bump transition on the front. I don't believe so. I think those are all default. But the rear, I have moved the slow bump up, and I think the slow rebound up 1 or 2 ticks. And the bump transition has been, I think, 1 or 2, maybe even 3 ticks down on that, which, this being lower and the bump being higher makes the initial dampening stiffer. So I was trying to just make the car flatten out a bit more under acceleration and braking. Mostly acceleration to get the rear end to not be so crazy. Because you could really, I mean, it's weird saying this, but you could feel the rear end like dipping too far towards the road and corners. And the car is really shifting its weight, I think, way too much. Oops, I just changed that. Okay, go back down. Whoops. Let's see here. Fuel load, we were at 1 liter like usual. Boost pressure all the way up. Air restrictor open all the way. And radiator opening is at 34%. Not running 0. I believe the motor will blow up. We've got 2 on the engine braking, so we got a little bit of engine brake. And I believe the gear ratio is default. I'm not even sure you can even change it. I think you can. No, I guess you can't. So gear ratio is what it is. Traction control I have left at 10%. Haven't really touched that. I think that is default, actually. And on the rear diff here, we are running clutch LSD. We've got preload at 40, so it's fair. We've got 4 clutches. I seem to go towards either 4 or 6, sometimes 2 clutches, depending on the car. Depending on how much power it has a lot of times. 4 clutches seems pretty good if you can adjust all this stuff. Preload. This is fairly low. Power ramps basically midway. I think 90's max, so we're about halfway then. And coast ramp, which you got to keep this low enough, not get it too high. If you get it too high, you'll start understeering. And, oh, I guess we are running the viscous LSD as well, and I'm running that fairly loose. So that is what we got for the BMW. Very fun car. You're able to drive this thing on throttle. You could do it on, you could drive it like that on its default as well. It actually drives fairly well on the default. I just wanted to settle it down a bit. It's a bit wild. Where the, like I said, the body, the weight of the car really shifts around a lot on the suspension in the default. So I've tried to tone it down a bit. Trouble with my recording during my first 3 laps. against the Ghost that I had before, who was previously first place. Well, I recorded that, but I forgot to change my sound on the Windows desktop, so we had no game sound. So I'm not going to be able to use my fastest lap, which happened to beat that Ghost. So now we've got my own Ghost here. So it's going to be a little different today. Be my own Ghost. I am going to try to beat it, obviously. If nothing else, I'm going to try to stay very close so I can have at least some good laps here. Alright, let's take our 3 laps in the BMW 1M Coupe. This car is a real joy to drive. If you haven't driven it, I highly suggest it. Alright, let's do it. You may see I am not really letting off the gas as I'm shifting. This car seems to do a lot better without it. Second gear. Oh, we got really loose there. Hard on the gas. Didn't get a very good exit there. That's fine, though. We got 2 more laps to go after this, and I may catch myself up the hill, so I made a big mistake up the hill. I've been getting around that first corner a lot better here the last few laps. Not this lap, though. That's okay. We're going to brake after this wall that jets out over here. Brake now. Hard on the gas. Keep her steady. It's a little much, but we'll deal with it. On the gas, second gear, tuck it in, easy on the gas, hard on the gas. Oh, a little bit of counter steer. Gonna ease off the gas here just a tad bit, get her to turn in, keep it straight, likes to get loose there. Going to fourth before the hill here. Off the gas a tad bit, back on it. So you're gonna slide just a tad, that was pretty good. That was a very good slide through there. Off the gas a bit. Back on. I got real slow there. Alright, brake down into third. Hold third, hold third, hold third. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Second. Feather the throttle. A little bit slower there. We're going to coast over this part. Don't brake here. Coast, coast, coast. Brake. Get her turned in and on it. Not bad exit there. Pretty good. It's pretty solid. I know I can beat my Ghost. I've had a faster first sector already against him, so wasn't so good this time, but we'll get it next lap. Still might be able to get him. Man, we're close. I'm actually gaining a little bit. I think my shifting technique doing it that way is actually helping me a tad bit. Brakes. Third gear. Gotta get her stopped. It was a little slow. It was a lot bit slow. That's okay. We got 2 more laps to go. Let's do it. Man, it gets out of that corner so nice. All right, here we go. Lap number 2. That wasn't the greatest first lap, but let's go at it. Hard on the brakes. Second gear, dive it in on the gas a bit harder. Into third, come on. That shifting like that gets me out of that corner a little bit better. Are we hurting the motor any? We are not. Good, good, good. That's what I was concerned about. Brake a little bit after the wall. Brake now. Get her stopped. On the gas. Tuck it in. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice car. Whoa, oh, that was some good exit speed. Almost 2 miles an hour faster. On the gas. Second gear, tuck it in, a little wild. A lot of bit wild. We're still ahead even after the wild corner. It's fine. A little bit of gas, a little bit off the gas, over the crest. Gonna go into fourth gear right now. Off the gas a bit, back on the gas, tuck it in, nice, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Tuck her in here, nice and neat on the inside. Perfect, don't hit that curb. Third gear, off the brakes, on the gas, let her slide a bit. Second gear, feather it a bit, and we're out. We are out of there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like I said, coast over this. On the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes. Tuck her in and on it. Decent exit speed. That was actually quite good. Let's do this. Come on. Woo! I am way further ahead than I thought I was going to be. Let's get it done. Yeah. Whew, take a breather. All right, here we go. Brake now. Third gear, get her slowed down on the gas. Keep her steady, keep her steady. There we go, not bad, not bad. Going to fourth gear. Brake now, third gear. Second gear, get her slowed down. On the gas. Ho ho ho, we got it on the second lap. I beat my own time, nice. Did not expect that, 222.5. Glad I came back. Oh! Alright, we're gonna take lap number 3. I, had an accident after the record of beating my own ghost for the world record. It's just me and the road this time for a send-off. See what we can do on our own. Ooh. Car got a little unsettled there. I didn't quite do what I needed to do. Really, really like these BMWs a lot. I'm gonna really enjoy all of them I have so far. Alright, left wall here. We're gonna brake right after it. Brake there. Get her slowed down. Back on the gas. Keep her steady. Not too shabby. About 2 miles an hour slower. We're close to the wall. On the gas, on the gas. Brake hard. Hold on to it. A little bit of a red line. That's going to cost us some time. Keep her steady. Keep her steady. Fourth gear. Rear end's trying to come out on me. Off the gas a little bit. Duck it in. It's going to slide a tad. Oh, I love that. Off the gas a bit. Over the crest. It's really off basis. Alright. Third gear. Keep her steady. Into second. Ooh, that felt pretty good through there, but I don't know. Alright, we're gonna coast, gonna coast on the brakes. If nothing else, it's gonna be stylish. Alright. I can do stylish. Can't be too far off. Well, we're not actually. We're quite close. We were first sector nowhere near as close, but second sector was very close. Like I said, send off lap basically the third lap. If I beat it, I beat it, and if I didn't, it was fine. Very pleased with this car, the way it performs. Such a good vehicle. Drive this thing all day. Second gear, get her tucked in, a little bit wide. It's gonna be pretty alright. Wow. A 222.992. That was actually, I think, better than the second place this time that I was shooting for at the start of this whole thing. Awesome. What a great car. You know, and I think a little bit faster than 222.5 is also doable, but I am very pleased. Woo! Alright, car. Awesome. What a joy. Alright, let's go check the leaderboard, shall we? That was lap number 3. Ooh, they don't sneeze. Alright, so our second lap was a 222.508. We're now 0.446 ahead of second place. He ran this on the default. Bravo to him. It would take me a lot of practice to do that on the default, I think. So, bravo. All right, awesome. What a great car. It really is. So if you've never driven that thing, I would highly suggest it. Let's see here. Car number 26 is going to be the BMW 1 Series M Coupe Stance Works Edition. It is just all around quicker. Got a little bit more horsepower. Weighs the same as the this 1M. It's got an aero package now. Better acceleration, better top end, more horsepower. It's a 6-speed sequential instead of H pattern. It also has ABS, traction control, and stability control if you want it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've actually already driven this car. I have set a time in it already. It is a pretty fun one. It handles quite a bit differently than the 1M, if I'm honest. The brakes are quite a bit different too, which is strange. It doesn't seem to brake quite as well. But we will see that when we drive it next time. Car number 26, this will be. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I will talk to everybody next time.